I am very, very aware of this terrible lighting. Like, hold the light right there. Just hold the light right there the entire time. Like, oh yeah. I put makeup on just to do this video, really because I wanted to do my makeup. So, I think everybody wins here. So I was watching YouTube videos, like, today and yesterday. Like, not too many because we were, like, on limited Wi-Fi and everything. But one of my favorite types of YouTube videos is story times. Like, all the time. Like, Tana Mojo, The Gabby Show, and, like those people. Like, I love watching their story times because they're always so interesting. And, like, I took this public speaking class once, and it was like last month. And my public speaking teacher, he said it's always the best idea to start off with something that's personal to you because nobody's experienced your stories besides the people who have been there. And even then, they haven't heard it from your point of view. So, yeah, so this is what I'm going to do, except the entire thing's just going to be story. So, one thing that I'm really invested in my life is 4-H, and in there, like, the thing that really got me going is beef cattle. And let me tell you, I have not always been a success, and even now I'm not, like, the biggest success. Like, I mean, I won third at a major, and that's pretty great, but, like, other things, it's been sort of like, why? Like, whenever you're a child, and everything you do, you think you know, but you don't. Like, no. Just, no. And, like, you think back and it's just like, ah. Anyway, and with beef, I've done lots and lots of stuff. And recently, like last year, August of last year, I went to the beef cattle short course. And in the youth track, they had, like, this media sort of thing, like how to behave, like, during interviews, how to be an advocate, and, like, how to deal with people who, like, turn things on you. And there's also another thing. Okay, Kat, thanks. This other thing about a challenge from the beef checkoff, and it was about sharing your beef story because they strive their best to show everybody and advertise beef because that's their job. And they ask people, hey, share your beef story because that helps consumers know, like, hey, the people in the beef business and people in animal agriculture, like, we care, and, like, we honestly, we want you involved. We want you to know what's going on so you know where your food comes from. And so, yeah. So I decided I have tons and tons of stories related to beef, and I might as well make, like, a tiny little series, just like my beef story and this story. And today, I decided I was going to share my story about my very, very first show, like, ever. So I've been showing cattle for about 6 years, and on this day, in 2010, it might have been 2011, I could be lying to myself and saying 6 years when it's really been 5, but on this day, like, so says Facebook, I had my very first show, and it was in Madisonville at the Madison County Fairgrounds. And I remember it was with a miniature Hereford. Guys, if you just started showing and your family's not a show family and you don't really have that good of resources, and, like, if you don't have a neighbor who, like, shows club calves and, like, does all that stuff and, like, knows what they're doing with novelty cattle, don't start with a novelty breed like a miniature Hereford. Now, if it's something out, like a different miniature breed, like, there are certain miniature breeds that, like, their association, like, it's kind of hard to avoid them, But in the miniature Hereford, like, their junior association is really nice. If you ask for help, they will help you. And, like, it's gotten sort of more hardcore in the later years, but still, if you're first getting into it and you really want to do it, people are nice to you, and people are still nice to you, whether or not you've been doing it for a long time, depending on, how you treat them. Anyways, but don't start with a novelty breed like I did. Lesson learned, saving everybody, okay? So I went with a miniature Hereford heifer. Her name was Heidi. We actually sold her last June. Apparently, a few months ago, she died. So sad, but you know, what can you do? Things happen. And it was with Heidi, and I had no idea what I was doing, but I thought I knew what I was doing, okay? Like, I had gone to the feed store and asked the owner of the feed store, like, hey, what do I do? And he was just like, make sure the hair goes forward and up. Like, do that with the hair towards their head, obviously. And like, I had like 2 showmanship clinics with the guy that we bought her from. And so, you know, I thought I was good to go, y'all. Like, good. And it was just, wow. When we got there, my dad was driving me, which is sort of like, great idea. Because my dad he doesn't like the animals. He'll help because it makes my mother happy, it makes me happy, but he doesn't like it. And he was sort of excited for me because, you know, it was my first show, like, he was gonna be there, but actually he leaves before even show, but anyway, he took me and he helped me find, like, how to get registered, and, like, I told them, hey, this is my first show, do you think anybody could help me? I don't know what to do. And this girl, I don't remember her name, let's call her Heather. Heather, she, like, sort of, like, took me under her wing for that day, well, for that hour, mainly, because she was like, here, go set up over here, I'm right over here if you need me, don't forget, you know, to, like, rinse your calf, make sure her hair's done, make her look nice, make yourself look nice. And she's like, but if you need me, just tell me. And of course, I was just like, okay, thank you. And she was super, super nice. I kind of regret not talking to her after that because she was really nice. She, like, sort of was, like, willing to take me under her wing. And I was like, okay, thanks, bye. But then again, I was, like, really shy and I was still in, like, my shell then. So, like, I didn't talk to her for the rest of the day. But she was just really, really nice. And her mom was too. And they were just like, just let us know. Anyway, so, like, during that first hour, after, like, getting everything set up and having all the chairs, I decided, okay, I need to wash her. So, took her straight to the wash rack. And I don't know how, but for some reason I thought that the hose was already going to be there. Like, that they were going to provide the hose. I was 10. Okay, guys, don't judge me. And there was this really nice lady with this girl who was in the wash rack already. I was like, "Hi, yeah, this is my first show." And I was like, "Where's the hose?" And they're like, "You have to bring your own." And I did not know this. And they were just like, "Here, you can borrow ours. Remember to bring one next time. It's okay. It's okay. It's your first show. It's your first show. Let us know if you need any help." So I washed Heidi because, of course, just wash them at a jackpot show. That's how that works. Well, TGLA show was just points. And I washed her, and I was just like, okay. And of course, you know, like, not to the, yeah, you know. And so I washed her, and I got the hose back to him. I was like, thank you. Like, if you need any help, tell us. And again, it was one of those things I was too nervous to talk to anybody. So, like, I was just like, thanks, bye. And I took her back, and I started drying her off with a towel because we did not have a blower. And I thought I was just, like, all cool, just, like, drying her with a towel, just pushing her forward, brushing her, and all that. And at this point, I'm starving because I didn't bring any food. I didn't bring any, like, water or something to drink. I was starving. And, like, there was this kid on the other aisle that noticed how, like, I didn't have anything. And I kept, like, complaining to my dad, "Dad, I'm hungry." Like, and my dad was just like, "Well, we should have brought a cooler, blah, blah, blah." And, like, he's, like, texting my mom, like, bring food. And, like, because she had to work the night before. So she was coming later. And so, like, I was just still drying her off with a towel, just sitting there, just like, oh gosh, it's so hot, blah, 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 blah. And the kid, like, from the other aisle was just like, "Hey, do you all want some water, like a Dr. Pepper or something?" And I was just like, oh my gosh, a water bottle would be so great. Thank you so much. And I was just like, yeah, you're totally fine. Just let me know if you need any help. Like, I have not seen these people since. Like, there's one girl, I'll tell you about her later. That I like met her like later in life, and I still like have suspicions that that was that girl, but let's not get into that right now. Anyway, so I I was like drinking, and then like my mom comes. She brought pretzel M&Ms and a Dasani water bottle. That is all she brought, and she brought more towels. Thanks, Mom. And she brought a brand new hair dryer, just like, you know, human hair dryer that like you would use on your hair, or like if you're showing a dog, like a long-haired dog. Like that kind of hair dryer. I'm just like, yeah, so great. I don't need a, like, I went a full, like, solid 2 years without a blower and, like, using a hair blow dryer on my cows. And, like, I thought I was innovative when I was really just, like, investment that you should make. If you're gonna show cattle, 100% get a blower. Like, get a blower, get at least, like, a pair of clippers, and get, like, a comb. And, like, other stuff, you should really get that too, but if that's all you can afford, that's all you can afford. I mean, you need to have like the essentials, and a blower is an essential when showing. Just gonna point that out. So here I am, just like blowing out my heifer and everything, and then my class is like almost there, so I was just like, okay, let me put the show halter on. And then I still had no idea how to put a halter on. I remember once we went into the ring, and we had the halter on upside down and backwards, and it was terrible. Anyway, and I put it on, and like I took the rope halter off, and I take my show stick, and I'm like, what do I do again? And like I tried to practice, and then I just didn't know what to do. And then this girl, the girl I was talking about, I'm pretty sure I know her like now. I'm pretty sure she's helped me with stuff still, and we just like haven't acknowledged that we met each other before. I'm not even gonna come up with a name for it, because seriously, it was one of those things. She showed me how to set up my cow, and she was like, this is how you gotta do it, and this is how, like, I don't know how I didn't catch the fact that she was like, you need to scissor them on the profile, and then like, Anyway, she was really, really nice, and she was like, keep your eyes on the judge, try your best, and like the ring, then I was like, okay, and they called my name, and I had my number, and like, I had like my hair in braids, and I was like, let's go do this. So I went, and I told the ring steward, yeah, this is my very first show, and he was like, okay, just follow me, and set up whenever we stop. So I did that. And, like, I was talking to the judge, and she was like, do you know her birthday? Do you know this? And, like, I was like, yeah, her birthday is May something. I don't remember. And, like, and she was like, is this your first show? And I'm just like, yeah, it's my first show. She's like, okay, word of advice, keep your hand right next to their thing. And I was just like, oh, okay, I just didn't know, because my hand kept slipping on the chain. I told that to a judge! But it was my first time, so I'm sure she understood. And, okay, sorry, my cat's just, bunk bed problems, okay. And then, like, I showed, and, like, the judge was like, this is a great pair, they both have good potential, they can really hold their own in the ring, like, I have good faith in them that they're gonna grow and be, like, great. Little did she know it took me, like, 3 or 4 years to decide, hey, I'm actually gonna seek out, like, valid help. Anyway. That was my first show, and I had 4 rings that day. 4 rings. I didn't go in for division drive, even though I was a single class the entire time. I don't remember going in for division drive. No ribbons, just TGLA points. And I don't even think I was a member of TGLA, so I didn't even get any points for that. Anyway, that was my first show, and you want to know something kind of funny? Oh, yeah, my dad dipped right after my mom came, so he was gone after that. Anyway, after the show, like, it was in Madisonville, so of course we had to stop at Buc-ee's. We didn't like make normal trips past Buc-ee's, and so it was like, yes, Buc-ee's. So we went to Buc-ee's, and we were just like, we gotta be really quick, because, you know, it's kind of hot, at least there's airflow in the trailer, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, But when we got there, the girl who lent me her hose was at Buc-ee's. Okay? Oh, you want to know something that I realized like way later? Because like I got into showing low lines. And it helps me a lot too. I'll tell that story another time. But the girl who lent me her hose was there. She was showing a low line. And she was at Buc-ee's, and I was like, hey mom, that person was there. And then like a year later when I get into low lines and everything, she's like the secretary of the junior Slabas, and it's like, oh my gosh, mind blown. And like I still have not talked to her about that till this day. But like, mind blown. Okay. So that probably just sounded like a bunch of rambling. But that's the first time I ever showed a cow. Or, yeah, you get the gist. Showed a. So now that you know, like, my first story and how dumb I was, oh my gosh, but like, I'm not gonna judge you if you're like as naive as I was, because like, you don't know. I didn't know, okay? And I was 10. I wish now that like I had reached out for help and I tried to find somebody, you know, help me to get there to do the things that I really wanted to do, because I'd be so advanced by now if I had just started, you know, like in full frontal, whoa, no, like full in there with 4-H. Like I would be so like, people be afraid of me. Like I'd be like, so good if I had started when I did. Like if I had started when I did, like doing like the things that I'm fully enveloped in now. Anyway, so yeah, now you know that. Buy my bread, please. I just go straight into it. Of course, I make these, as you might know from my other videos, I make these to promote my bread, trying to go to National 4-H Congress. And when I counted my money yesterday, I had just under $200, and that was from selling a little bit of bread and like a bunch of eggs. So, guys, please buy my bread. I'm really trying to get the $1,500. I'm actually going to try to sell a steer. A miniature Hereford steer. Obviously, duh. And try and get money that way too. So if you're interested in miniature Hereford steer, hit me up. And like I say in the other videos, if you or somebody else would like to sponsor me or buy my bread, in the Willis, Conroe, New Waverly, Huntsville area or around that area, please tell me. My email will be down below. Please like, comment, subscribe, whatever. If you're watching this on Facebook, like my Facebook page. I post funny stuff and videos like this, and this is turning into a really long video, and I'm just talking really fast and I'm really rambling. So I'm gonna just go like, okay, bye.